The 19-year-old learner Lethabo Mokonyane is being laid to rest in Mamelodi, east of Pretoria. This after he was fatally stabbed, allegedly by two fellow learners from Lesedi Secondary School. The two learners those two accused appeared in court on Friday. The incident prompted calls for urgent action to curb violence in schools and ensure the safety of learners across the country. SABC News reporter Neria is joining us live from there now. Neria, it's a terrible story, and certainly calls for safer schools is what would be expected. I mean, talk to us a bit about the devastation of the family of this learner, and do we know anything more about the circumstances that led to this tragedy?
Good morning to you, Criselda, and the viewers. I will say it has been a very emotional send-off of Lethabo, because you do know that the way he passed away his family is still very shocked and cannot come to terms with it. You know, getting killed like that by your own peers. And we heard speaker by speaker speaking about how Lethabo was a respectful son, how Lethabo was dedicated to his schoolwork. But one thing that also came out during these speeches was the fact that children, or school children for that matter, need to be careful about those they hang around, and they need to at least make sure that they report any form of bullying. I must tell you that the principal of the school, Lesedi Secondary School, was also speaking about how, you know, the school needs to find ways to ensure that the pupils are safe. But he also mentioned how this happened outside his school gate, and it should not be in any way the reflection of the school and whether pupils at that school are safe or not. And you must remember that before this incident, it was reported that this bullying had been happening for quite a while, and I think that's why the principal was at pains to stress that this is not how his school is, and it is unfortunate that today they are bidding farewell to one of their own. And the schoolmates, Criselda, were at pains. They were very emotional this morning. Some of them could not even speak, as they were supposed to just say goodbye to their friend. And what you get, the mood that you get here, is that this is a huge loss also to his family. You know, of course, the boys who are accused of doing this, they did also appear in court. And, you know, speaker after speaker saying it's friends like those that you need to try to stay away from. But, you know, Criselda, because of this issue that had happened outside the school, and we saw the Department of Education coming forward, I want to bring in Steve Mabona just to speak to this issue of school safety. Steve, thank you so much for your time. We service, you know, the principal was at pains to say, yes, it did not happen at school, but they still struggle with the issue of safety. There's gangsterism, there's bullying from the department side after such an incident. What do you think needs to happen? What do you still need to beef up for that matter?
No, it's quite unfortunate that it happened, and it happened, you know, like as the principal indicated, outside the school premises. It looks like the school does not have a lot of ill-disciplined children. I mean, looking at their posture here at the funeral, and since we started to interact with the school, since the incident occurred, very respectful children, and you then understand, and it's a high-performing school, we must indicate. I mean, they perform over 96% their metric pass rate, so you can tell that there's a lot of disciplined children. Probably you do have one or two who might be ill-disciplined. That's why I want to bring parents closer to say, let's work together, make sure that our children understand when they go to school, what is it that they're going to do there. But from a department perspective, yes, schools that have been identified that we need to put more effort in terms of security, we've been doing that. This school, we actually increased the number of patrollers, and we will just have to emphasize the support that we require from the police, because we did register that we need at least police visibility in the morning when the children come and in the afternoon when the children leave. Because, like for instance, for an example, this is a 100% scholar transport school, it's in the farming area. It was a farm school, so we had to then make sure that we accommodate more learners that are coming from this area of Mamelodi. But yes, indeed, we are putting a lot and also encouraging learners to report, because once it's reported, then the school with the SGB and the school management, they're in a position to intervene.
Steve, thank you so much. There you have it, Criselda, from Steve. Basically, this is what the parents were also saying to these young ones who were here to bid their friend goodbye, to say, you need to speak out. You need to say when something wrong is happening, and don't just sit about it, And the school also saying to the kids themselves that bullying is wrong, and make sure that you don't keep quiet about it. So you can see here that this is a shock to many people, especially because it is fellow pupils that allegedly did this to this young man. But of course, right now they have left for the cemetery, and we did hear from the family saying he will be missed. They had hope because he was already almost finishing school, and they had hope that he will become something in the future. He will be one of the bright sparks of the family.
Right, Neria, thank you very much indeed for that update. We really do appreciate it.